Here's the roadmap for today's discussion. We'll begin with why agentic AI has become an urgent business imperative. Then we'll look at the workflow cycle of multi-agent systems and understand how autonomous AI operates. After that, we'll explore the biggest challenge organizations face today, the AI strategy, execution gap. We'll also discuss the architecture behind agentic systems, their capabilities, enabling autonomous execution, government models, and finally the roadmap organizations should follow for implementation and measurement. We'll conclude with key takeaways and how the enterprises can prepare themselves for future of AI-driven operations.
Now, as we begin with this topic, the first question arises is why agentic AI now? If we look into today's business, every business requires strong planning, optimum decision making, and real time business scenarios uh, to have faster decisions and higher efficiencies, and helps AI systems which can help them scale higher efficiencies. So AI agent is in today's world help organization to shift from passive tools to autonomous systems, which can help them in doing so, which can help them in planning, making, taking decisions, and act in real time business situations, making their work much more easier.
Passive AI to agentic systems. This chart highlights the evolution of AI adoption from 2022 to 2026. In 2022, the most organizations relied on passive AI systems, which mainly provided insights or recommendations. Around 72% of AI users was passive. Over time, assistive AI increased, supporting employees in workflows and their decision making. However, the most significant trend is the growth of agentic AI. By 2026, agentic AI systems projected to reach nearly 29%, showing a major transition toward autonomous execution. This shift reflects how enterprises are increasingly demanding AI systems that can operate independently instead of simply assisting humans. This chart basically demonstrates that AI maturity is evolving from insight generation towards autonomous enterprise operations.
If we look into the multi-agent workflow cycle in the AI agents, the very first task starts with the input. When the business processes integrate AI agents with their business procedures, they start with a business process, which is documented in their risk and control matrices or their standard operating procedures. They start with the workflow, then further it goes to data collection, as every department and cross-functional teams are using each other's data for their day-to-day business operations. So the data is gathered and worked upon. Further, that data is analyzed and then interpreted in order to have decisions. Further, once the decisions are made and proper measures are taken in order to have execution and business procedures to be followed. Next, we have a feedback loop to check if those AI agents which have been implemented or the strategy which has been implemented is functioning as required or not. And further, if there is any scope for improvement and measures to be taken.
The strategy execution gap. One of the most biggest challenges in enterprise AI today is the gap between strategy and execution. Many organizations successfully define AI strategies, but very few can scale AI across enterprises. There are several reasons for this. First, fragmented data and soil system prevent real-time decision making. Second, there's a shortage of skilled AI talent and leadership capable of managing transformation. Another major issue is that pilot projects often fail due to scale because ownership and accountability are very unclear. As a result, organizations experience low ROI despite significant investment in AI.
Now we have the strategy execution gap in AI. First, we talked about the AI strategy, which every organization has to define. Most of the organizations struggle with establishing their goals or the strategy or what plans they have for the AI implementation, or what is their requirement, or what challenges they are facing, and what problem they want AI to solve. So, second, we have the pilot projects. Once they establish the strategy, they figure it out, they find it difficult to figure it out how to run the pilot project or how to initiate the deployment of the strategy. Once, if they are able to test it on a small scale, further they have a very either very limited deployment or not, or most of the organizations fail in scaling it up to a huge level. One of the most efficient, one of the major reasons for this strategy execution gap is the lower ROI realization. The cost of implementing these AI agents is extremely high, and in short run, the return is highly negligible.
Execution maturity gap. This chart highlights the maturity gap in enterprise AI adoption. Around 78% of organizations have a defined AI strategy. 64% have launched AI pilot programs. However, only 39% have successfully achieved scaled AI deployment. Even more striking, only 18% have reached fully agentic operations. This shows that while interest in AI is extremely high, execution maturity remains very low. The gap between ambition and operational readiness is one of the most critical challenges businesses must solve in the coming years.
Next, we have the core architecture and building block. First, we start with the AI agents. They are an autonomous models which helps in executing business tasks. Each business procedure is associated with an AI agent, which sits at the procedures and analyze the daily workings of the business stakeholders, what data is collected, how the flow of work is going on from one department to another. Further, we have the orchestration layer, which coordinate all agents, or maybe we can say all department, their workflows and integrates the output into one unit. Further, we have the decision engine, which on the basis of integrated output takes a strategic business decision or with the help of analyzed patterns helps in figuring out what would be the next step taken by what would be the next step or measures taken by the business leaders or the senior management.
Next is the enterprise system integration. This slide basically highlights the importance of enterprise integration. The Agentic AI system must connect with core enterprise platforms such as ERP systems, CRM systems, HR platforms, finance systems, and supply chain operations. ERP integration shows the highest adoption because enterprise planning systems contain critical operational data. CRM and finance systems are also increasingly integrated to improve customer experiences and precision decision making. The key idea here is that AI cannot operate in isolation. Its effectiveness depends on how deeply it integrates with enterprise infrastructure and real-time business data.
Next, we have AI capabilities, which helps us in enabling autonomous execution. We have numerous business tasks that have been automated, and AI capabilities are helping in reducing manpower, cost, and efforts. We'll first begin with digital intelligence, which helps in advanced reasoning models, which also helps in enabling deeper insights and smarter decision makings. Second, we have predictive analysis with the help of market trends, patterns, users, purchase, and other market conditions. This AI agents helps in predicting what would be the next step or what would be the next market trend and helps businesses gain a competitive advantage over its other competitors and stay ahead in the market. Second, we have multi-agent collaborations. They handle complex workflows by coordinating with AI agent teams and helps in seamless execution and scalability and improved operational efficiency throughout the business processes. Second, next we have coordination optimization, continuous optimization. That it is a learning system that helps in improving performance over time. It helps in continuous adaptivity through data and feedback to enhance accuracy and efficiency. Basically, it helps in improving the AI agent time to time by adapting the necessary change and get the best out of the required data.
So next is operating models and governance. As organizations adopt agentic AI, governments become extremely important. Operating models are shifting from manual workflows towards AI-driven execution with human mainly involved in exceptions and oversight. This requires a cross-functional team combining AI, business, and operational intent. At the same time, organizations must establish strong governance frameworks. The key governance area include accountability, transparency, explainability, auditability, regulatory compliance, and human in the loop oversight. Therefore, governance is not optional, it is a fundamental requirement for responsible AI adoption.
Now we'll look into the roadmap for an AI strategy. As we all know that AI initiatives align with business goals to realize measurable value. So first, every organization who is working in the market in order to derive some or the other services or goods first defines an AI strategy, which helps in aligning the business operations and help reduce manpower, cost, and efforts. Second, the Organization helps in building the AI infrastructure, which helps in establishing a platform and foundation for the business functions and procedures. Second, their pilot programs are run and further testings are be done, either whether the AI agents implemented are successfully working upon the required necessities or not. Further, if any changes are required, those changes are made, modifications are done, and then the successful testing is scaled up throughout the business. Once the once it is implemented entirely in the business, the AI agents or the strategy and the workings and the procedures are continuously monitored and optimized on the basis of needs and see if there are any scope for further improvements.
To conclude, the future of enterprise AI lies in the autonomous execution. Organizations must move beyond passive AI systems and adopt intelligent agents capable of planning, deciding, and executing tasks independently. However, a successful transformation requires a strong foundation, including scalable infrastructure, quality data, governance framework, and a skilled talent. Most importantly, the future is not about replacing humans with AI. It is about creating an effective human AI collaboration where humans provide oversight, strategy, and ethical judgment while AI handles speed, scale, and automation. Organizations that successfully bridge this gap, AI strategy execution gap, will gain a major competitive advantage in the future. So with this, we'll conclude our presentation. Thank you very much.